we have just about an hour, right? So just like a rule of thumb, if you can, I would appreciate if you can turn on your video. That would make the class interactive. My understanding is that this is a live session, so I expect, right, that you are all in front of your laptop, right? You have your laptop with you and not your phone, for starters. If you have your laptop with you and you're on your laptop, can you just, show it like reactions so I am able to gather enough data? Okay, great. So we have people in front of their laptops. Great. Fantastic. So I'm just going to share my screen so we can get started. Yes. Super excited to be here. Fantastic. I want to imagine that you can see my screen now. Great. All right, so I'm going to skip the introduction, to be honest, but just to, as part of the introduction, she did mention, after the hackathon, I actually did receive a shirt from Lovable, which I'm wearing. It has Lovable written here, and I'm wearing it for the first time because of this, because of this session, so I'm pretty much excited about that. Okay, so what are you going to take away on this call? I'm super excited again to know that we have a very wide range of individuals here. So I'll try to take it as slowly as possible. And if you do have any questions, please let me know. Or if it feels too fast, please let me know so that we can all be on the same page. In this training, 3 things you take away with you. You would understand what vibe coding is and what it is not. You would learn how to vibe code practically using Lovable. And I built a resource inspired by this, session on Notion. It's a free resource. It's a playbook that you can use going forward with you. So most of the details here would be in that playbook, so you can make reference to it. And as I continue to add information on there, you continue to see it. So that's like another thing you would walk away with from this session. So here's how I would go about it. I'll start explaining what vibe coding is, starting from scratch, what it is not, and why it matters for you as a PM. And then we'll walk through like a step-by-step coding framework for it, and then we'll build. I'm also, going with this with the knowledge or mindset that most of us here are product managers. So I might be using a bit of, product management terms here and here, but I'm sure everyone will be able to follow along. So before we move along, I like my sessions to be interactive. I really want to know where you are at, with AI tools and especially Lovable. So if you have your phones with you, I would love for you to actually scan the barcode and join along. So please let me know when you scan the barcode and I would share another screen. Yes. Please scan the barcode. I'm going to share the login on the chat right now. The login is 26707763. Okay, so I just put that on the chat. Please scan the barcode so that you can all, you can participate in this. I've not, please let me know if that is clear, because I've not seen anyone yet on the presentation. Okay, good. So all you need to do is scan that barcode, and then it's going to ask you to join using a code. The code is 26707763, and it's on the chat as well. Okay. I can see 1 of 5 responded. So could you please respond with the first one so I can move along to the second question? This is meant to be fun, and this is also to help me, have a feel of the audience to know where you're at. And so I'm able to deliver properly. Okay, so I only have 2 people responded. We have 6 people who have joined, so great. We have 3 people now, 3 of 6, so expect 3 more people. Okay. Fantastic. Let me share this tab so you all can see your response. Okay, so I'm expecting 1 more person actually. Please come on, go for it. So we can move along real quick, please. Okay, so 5 out of 6 of us have 3 people have tried it a few times and 2 viewed actively. Okay, cool. Real quick, what slows you down when you try to build AI? What slows you down the most when you try to build AI, or when exploring this? I would have Okay, great. 7 people, 2 people have responded. Once we get 3 to 4 responses, I would move along. So please let me know what's the biggest, friction you've had. And this is also a good way for me to know that you're actually following along. And we're literally just starting, guys. Okay, 3 people have responded. I need 1 more response. I'll move along. Okay, fantastic. Not knowing what to build, and most people feel like they need a specific tool. Not knowing how to prompt it properly. Okay, that's really good because the session today is covering all of this. This is really good data or information you're giving me. And then last for now, how familiar are you with Lovable? Is this your first time hearing about it? Never used it? Okay, exploring it not deeply though. Okay, fantastic. So at least 3 people have explored. Okay, someone has never used it. Okay, great. I love this data because it helps us to work this together real quick. Okay, fantastic. We have 4 responses, so I can tell that most people are either just exploring or never used it. Great. So we would pause for now on that, and then we'll move along with the slides. Okay, so what exactly is vibe coding? Just like it says, vibe and coding. It's pretty much as though you're coding in quotes. That's I'm using this quotes, but you're going with vibes. This was actually coined by Andrej Karpathy. He was one of the founding members of OpenAI to describe how you can build a software, but using natural language. Softwares basically are, they are built with syntax, right, with code. But now you can use natural language to build this. And it's interesting to know that this guy actually tweeted about this time last year, actually, February 2025, where he was like, oh, there's this new kind of coding I call vibe coding. And that's how people started latching on the word, like, oh, vibe coding, where you just, go with the vibes. You're embracing anything possible. You forget that the code exists. Like, you don't even know that you're coding. You're just going with what is on your mind. That's literally vibe coding. And for the teenager who is with us, I want you to think of it like you just, with like a friend and you're just going with the vibes, right? You're just thinking of an idea and you're like, how can I do XYZ? How can I build a timetable, for instance, for my class? Something like that. Like you're writing it, in your natural language. That's pretty much what vibe coding is about. And this is a tweet just for you to see. And there are a couple of tools that, there are a couple of tools that you can use to vibe code. We have Lovable, we have Cursor, you have Claude, Replit, Bolt, Vessel, and a couple others. But for today, we'll be emphasizing on Lovable. So now that I've explained what vibe coding is, let me explain what vibe coding is not, so that as we go along, we get it right. Vibe coding does not replace fundamentals, your product management fundamentals. It does not replace engineering, because as you get started with it and you get more familiar, it can give a bit of a dopamine vibe where you're really enjoying it. But trust me, it does not replace core engineering and the fundamentals. It is not magic that, okay, you're just going to put like one simple prompt and then it will give you what is on your head. No, it doesn't work like that. And it's not just for like brainstorming or wireframing. ChatGPT can do that for you. It goes way beyond that, right? And one thing is important is that it's not like for production ready development. You can vibe code, but you still need to ensure that what you've built is scalable, it's safe, and you're also able to protect the data that you're getting in there before you move out for production, right? So it's important to have those technical, details in place. And it's not a one and done prompting, meaning I just put one prompt and I'm done. It's not usually so. It's expected for you to have one or two iterations at least to fine tune your work. So I'd love us to have that at the back of our mind. I'm sharing this to set the foundation, right? So that the rest of the half of the hour, we are able to focus on actually building. If you're with me, I'd love to see maybe a thumbs up or any reaction just to get the vibe that we're together. Fantastic. Good, good, good energy. Thank you. So why does it matter for you as a PM? Like, I'm a product manager. Why do I need to vibe code? It's really a great fit for you as a product manager because it's good for learning. It helps you to validate your ideas. You can use it to explore. And my favorite part is for team alignment. I recall a time where I needed to communicate a vision with a product designer. And all I did was vibe code what I wanted to do. And I showed them and they got the point. So it's really important for you as a PM. It helps you to, for your day-to-day work, you can use it to build prototypes, to test with your users before you actually invest your time and energy with building with the engineers. You can use it to pitch with your leadership team. You can use it to create like onboarding flows. You can use it to experiment. You can use it for your A/B test landing page to validate a messaging, right? And for personal use, so for your product managers who have other interests, you can use it to create a portfolio for your site. In fact, you can use it to create a portfolio for yourself as a product manager. You can build a website for yourself with this. If you have a business, you can use it to generate like, have your waitlist pages for the ideas you're validating. You can clone popular apps. You can create Instagram in quotes with vibe code to recreate and just see how to build and to sharpen your product sense, right? You can build features that you wish existed in a tool that you like. You can create tools, calculators, anything. Honestly, you can really build anything and explore. And I'm so excited about the 10-day challenge that I would use to do this. So now, how do we vibe code? We're getting slowly into it. And there are three areas that I like. There are three ways I like to think of it. And just so you know, I had spent so much money and time on Lovable before I figured this out. So this came from a place of experience and a lot of research that I'd made while I was experimenting over time. And the major things I learned from this is that before you even start, before you prompt, you must know your why. Why are you building what you want to build? If you have that at the back of your mind, it helps you to build better, right? It helps you to build better because the Lovable, it might seem like it's free. They are giving you 5 credits, but because of how much iteration it may take, you realize you may have to start spending money. So to save yourself money, you need to know your why. You know your who you're building from, and you know what success looks like for you. You must have like a vision in your mind before you vibe code. Again, this is for the sake of efficiency. If you don't know these things before you prompt, you most likely go over and over iterating and not getting what you want. Then the formula, you can think of it as a formula for prompting. This is common to like prompt engineering as well. When you want to, create a prompt on AI, it's important to give context. So I'll give an example. You want to build a portfolio. You say, okay, I want to build a portfolio for myself, right? I want to build a website for my jewelry business, right? It's important to mention who your target users are, right? Your audience. It's important to mention the requirement you want. I want this website to have about page. I want it to have a contact me page. I want it to have a portfolio page. You must list all those things in your prompts before you start vibe coding. We'll do this real quick. I would move along real quick because I want to show us how this is done, right? It's important to also include your design direction. If you want a specific color, include it. If you want the feel to be soft, include it. If you want the feel to feel, if you want the emotion, you want your website or whatever it is you're building to be bold, include it in your prompts. Because if you don't, the AI tool will just do whatever it likes and it will waste your time to get to the endpoint that you have in your mind, right? And it's important to also include what your success criteria is. So this is literally like the formula I typically would advise. Though I have a preference, I would share with you in the next slide. And then after you've built, it's important to test and iterate. Don't accept good enough until it matches what you have and envisioned as a product manager. But here's my own personal preference. And this is what I've discovered to have worked for me. Like more recently, it has worked perfectly. Instead of just following this formula, what has personally worked for me is I write a well-detailed PRD. I can have the prompts, right? I would have written the prompts like I highlighted before, but I'll use it to write a very detailed PRD. That way, I get what I want as quickly as possible. And we'll see it together. So now we'll be getting into the live demo shortly. Since you are mostly familiar with Lovable, I'll be sharing my screen for the sake of those who are not familiar with Lovable. I'll do a bit of a walkthrough so that you can have an idea. So for those of you who are familiar or on your laptop, I would love for you to go to lovable.dev and log into your account. And once you do that, please give me a thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs up if you've not logged in. So please give me a thumbs up when you've logged into your account. I'll be looking forward to that in the comments. So I know that we are all together. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is with me. Who else is with me? If you're with me, if you have logged in, no. Okay, so I know it's myself and Elizabeth. Okay, who else is with me on lovable.dev right now? Eniola, okay. Thank you, Eniola. Well, so it's just two of us, right? While the rest are probably listening in. Okay, so here's what the homepage looks like. Lovable, ever since I've gotten on this tool, I realize every other week they are creating some form of improvement or the other, which is like really fantastic. Once you come on the tool, you have like your accounts, which you're able to see your accounts. Most often, maybe you're on a free plan or a paid plan. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I want you to be conscious of your credits. I have like this much credits because of my affiliation with Lovable, right? But if you're using it for the first time, they might be giving you 5 credits daily. I'm not in the in Nigeria region right now, so I don't know how many credits it is there. So Eniola, can you confirm with me how many credits they give you? And the reason why I'm pointing this out is so that we can be mindful of how we are spending it, because this is like our currency to build. If not, you would have to pay for it. So can anyone confirm to me, please, how much credit you get to have for free? I know here they give daily credits and then it resets every day, which is like some form of free trial. So please, can anyone confirm to me what you have so that we can maximize it together? If not, I'm just going to share my. Thank you very much. Please go ahead, Elwani Fesimi.
Sorry, what I wanted to say is that I cannot find where to confirm the credits. I know that they normally give credits because I've used it before, but I've never confirmed like how many I have. It's 10.
Okay.
Okay. I can still
Again,
get 10 credits each somewhere. But
okay. Someone says 10 credits. So what you do is you go to your own page. Can you see my screen? I want to believe you can because I can see it too. You go to your name where you see this alphabet, fantastic. You click on it, and then you should see the people on your plan and the number of credits you have here. So if you click on that credit, it will show you your plan, pro, the price, and all of that. But again, I'm trying to mention that please don't look at my own. Mine is based on affiliation, right? So someone mentioned it's 10, so that's what we're going to use to work. Okay, Eniola, please go ahead.
I actually have 5.
You have 5.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So we have to maximize. That's to let you know that we need to maximize whatever we are building today. And that's to emphasize why we need to prompt well before we start. Okay, so some people have 5, some people have 10. Okay, good. We'll go along with it. So just to get you familiar, this is like your workspace. You have your name and all those settings details. I'm not going to go too deeply into all of this, to be honest. So because of the time constraints we have, but the most important thing here is this credit, so we know what we are working with. And another thing that I think is important for you to know, even when you explore Lovable, whether you're on a free plan or you're a paid plan, is you can play around with these templates. You can come down, you see recently viewed my project. These are like my own projects, the things I just play around with. I've built some of them so I can walk you through today. And then these are templates. The beauty of templates, especially when you're using a paid version, is you can use it to sharpen or open your mind to see what is possible with Lovable. If I can open, there's this particular website I really love. For some reason, it's not showing here today because, again, they keep updating all these templates so that they can show other creators their works as well. But I'm just going to open, which one should I open? Okay, look at this photographer's portfolio, right? This is someone's actual portfolio that they used to Lovable to build. So if there's anyone here who has photography as an also, you can build your portfolio with it, right? Look at how clean it looks. They didn't get to this clean state just by one prompt. They must have done this over and over and over. Okay, so that's something else I wanted you to know. You can also use templates to work, but today we are just working to build ourselves. Okay, now that we're done with that walkthrough, let's go real quick to test. So because we have 5 credits, I'm going to I don't want us to waste our credits. So I'm going to use this prompt and use my account to show you how it works. And then when we get to the life where you are building, we'll just use your prompt to build so we can save what we have. So this is what I have here. I said, build me a landing page. I want feedback. Is this a good prompt or a bad prompt, and why? Please feel free to unmute yourself and respond based on our conversation so far. Especially since this is vibes. It's vibe coding, right? Please tell me, Oluwani Fesimi.
okay, based off of what you have said before, this does not say the why, who you are building for. So I don't think it's a good prompt.
Fantastic. You're so right, because when I put this prompt up to say build me a landing page, this screen you can see on the side was what it built for me. Because it does not know who I am. does not know who I'm building for. Exactly. Fantastic, Ugochi. It will give you whatever it likes. So when you are vibe coding, especially when you are trying to save your credits, and I'm really emphasizing on these credits because I've been there, especially when I started, it was fun. I was, it was fun, but it can be tricky. You just realize you're spending money and wasting money when you can learn faster. So don't even bother with a bad prompt in the first place. So let's move along with the second one. Now, this is level 2 prompting. I said, build me a landing page for my content creation business. Include the hero session, service section, and inquiry form. Use a modern, elegant design with pink accents. Is this good, bad, or in between? Anyone, please? And then look at the design. Look at this is an actual result from Lovable. I built this before the class to show, right? So I need response. Is this good, bad, or somewhere in between? Are we still together?
Yes, we are together.
Thank you, Domvik. Is
And
this
I
good?
feel it's
What's your
so,
response?
yeah, I feel it's somewhere in between. Not really, not that good because it's still yet not as detailed as it should be.
Fantastic. You're totally right. And that's why it gave me this kind of results. I mean, you can start with this even if you've, put this on your Lovable app, right? Let me show you what that looks like on my project. Okay, let me share this tab. Right, this was it. This is it. When I put that caption, I just said, build me a landing page, and it built this. But what happens is that now it has built this, and I'm like, this is not really what I want. I've not delivered 150 projects. I don't have 50 clients. This information is not correct. Then I would have to start iterating to say, oh, I don't have 50, clients, 150 projects delivered. I have to now start going back and forth with it. I will be wasting my credits. Now let's go to oh, it looks like I stopped sharing. Okay, fantastic. I'm back sharing. So now this is a third one. This says, build a one-page portfolio website for Real by Marie, a premium content creation brand. Because of space, I couldn't put all of the prompt here, so I added it to the comment section. These are the remaining parts of the prompt. It mentions who the target users are. I said, use this inspiration because I saw a website that I liked. I wanted it to look like it. I said, use this website as the inspiration. Generous white space because that is what I want. That's my preference. I said I want it clean and modern. I want it to be soft and elegant. Guys, is this picture you're looking at, does it look soft to you? Does it look elegant? I said primary color, soft pink. I even put the HEX code there. I said use pink sparingly, neutral. I was very detailed on what I wanted my headline to be. I said the headline to be capture moments that matter. That is what I wanted because as a PM, you are the ones who carry the vision of your products. So whatever it is you're building must align with the vision of what you have in mind. So if you're creating your prompts, you have to be as detailed as possible for two reasons. One, to get to the end goal you're looking for. And secondly, to save yourself resources as well. That one, I'm very keen about that because again, once you build, it gets exciting. Like you're creating something, but you'll be spending so much. It's like airtime, like you're calling somebody. You want to make sure that the time you're talking to that person, you're saying the most important things and maximizing the money you're spending, right? So look at how detailed the prompt I created is. But not to worry, I have a old template, that I would share with you so that you can use it to build yours in this class activity. I know we have about 15 minutes. So now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put the link on the link. I created some sample prompts. Feel free to use it if you want. If you want to create yours, that's totally fine. Let me copy the link. That's totally fine, but I created this to save us some time as well, right, on the call. And I'll be sharing this Notion playbook with you so you can, use it. And I have expectation of really seeing the outcome of what you're building. It's not just me who will share my screen. Before we leave today, I would love to see at least 1 or 2 people's screen, please. So guys, those of you on your laptop, please, I want you to latch in. I created like a draft of a template. This is a template prompt for you to see. I'm building, describe what it is you want to build. So let me pick on one person. Let's say Enyolua, for instance. And hi, Enyolua. Oh, sorry, Enyola. Please forgive me. I think I saw Enyola or Enyolua. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure it's me.
Enyola, yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay, Enyola. So can you tell us, do you have an idea of what you want to build? Do you have any idea in mind? If you don't, I have ideas for you. I have examples that I created for you here, so you can pick any of them as well. So which of them should we walk through? Do you want us to build a personal website for you, or a team report, or let's say an interview flashcard tool, for instance? I just need to say pick one so that we can all move along in the class. Okay, okay, in absence of any response, I'm just gonna pick one, right?
Sorry, I'll go with team report dashboard.
Okay, team report dashboard. Again, this is an hypothetical, right, prompt. In your own place of work, you may not be using Mixpanel. You may be using Postdog, for instance. You may be using a different tool. So feel free, I put this link on the chat. Feel free to edit it. I want anyone who uses this prompt, please don't use it directly. I want you to edit it. I want to be able to see the difference that it will make when we create. If you don't want to use Team Dashboard for any other people practicing directly, you can pick. I would love somebody to try with the personal portfolio website. Make sure you make changes to it to suit you, right? To suit you. Anything you want to add to it, add. Anything you want to remove. This visual inspiration now, for instance, I said clean like Stripe's career page. In your own case, you may not want it to be clean. You may want it to be bold. If you have a color that you use, put the color there. I want to see you express your personality in this. I would really love to see that. Okay, but because Eniola said team dashboard, I'm just going to copy this in interest of time because I know we have about 14 minutes. I know it's evening, you have to spend time with family and all of that. So I'm just going to be real quick. So I'll copy all of this. I can hear myself all of a sudden. Is it just me? Am I echoing to anybody else? What does that thumbs up mean? Like, am I creating an echo too? Or it's just me?
It's no longer echoing. It was, but it's no longer echoing.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to copy this and for some reason it's not copying. Okay, so yeah. So I'll just copy this prompt in interest of time. and come to Lovable. Yeah, I've built this before, but I would, do it again to share. For you, again, please, for those of you that are on your laptop, please pick any of the prompts, edit it to suit your preference, and please show me what you come up with. I look frozen on the video, but please, can you confirm you can still hear me? Okay, great, thank you. So I'll copy my prompt. For me as well, I'll say I want to make some changes. This is probably like too long, to be honest, because again, I used AI to, draft this for the purpose of this. In your own case, you can, edit it to suit what you want. This is option 1. I have another style I want to share with you guys, because the idea is to show you how you would have to practice and figure what really works for you to get the most out of it. So that's why I'll be sharing these 2 styles with you. So let's say I want to change 1 or 2 things. I'll remove mixed panels because, just because I want to. I'll say the primary users are our product team. Okay, that's okay. I want to change the color because what I've done before was, so let's say blue, green, orange, red. Let's just say neutral colors. Let me just say brown. Right. I said avoid overly complex charts. I gave it some technical requirements, success criteria. Okay, let's go. So here's how Lovable works. Once you've put in the details, it starts to think. While it is thinking, let me show you some other cool things about Lovable that you can do. If you look below to your bottom left corner, you can see a plus sign where you can, just like ChatGPT, you can attach a reference, take a screenshot, you can attach document, you can connect it to your GitHub, see your past history and settings. There are some other cool things as well to take note of. There's something called visual edits, which would, once it's done thinking, we will do this together. Visual edits shows how you can edit what has been built directly on the screen, right? Lovable also recently updated to show plans, meaning you can think with it. But because if you are saving your credit, I will not advise you to use it. The reason is because as you are thinking with it, it's cutting off your credits. It's cutting off your credit. So I would advise you use ChatGPT or any other tool that you have to think and then bring what you've brainstormed into here so that you save your credits, right? And you can also take voice memo as well. You can record into it and, it will take your script and build with it. But my advice, honestly, is for you to have written your well-detailed prompts, or my favorite, get your well-detailed PRD and then put it in here to get the most results that you want. Again, my screen looks frozen, so I don't see myself moving, but please just confirm that you can hear me and that you're also building. Has anyone else, built theirs? I would love to see if anyone else has built their own, whether you used the person, whether you used the personal portfolio or you're using the report. I would love to hear feedback, please. So I'm sure that we are following and somebody's at least building alongside with me. Who wants to go for it? So it's thinking. Who else is building anything right now? I would love to mention what they're. Okay, you're still thinking. Okay, fantastic. But the point here I would love for you to take note of is that the more quality your your, the more quality your, what's it called, your input is, the more quality your output will be. Look at this metric now. It's detailed because if we go to the prompts, I mentioned that I wanted it to be something suitable for the product team, meaning even for the engineers, because the engineers, they want to be sure of like the product health, the sprint velocity and the likes. So it covered all of those. Again, this is an hypothetical situation, right? But it covered all of that. Look at the details. In fact, there's something fun that is happening here. I will show the previous one I had built, right? And then we can even compare it to this one. This one shows like your overview. You can see your metrics in the last 30 days, in the last 90 days. Did you notice that I'm toggling in 30 and 90? It is changing. If you remember the first slide when I shared like, okay, when you build, what are the things you do after you build? You want to test it and iterate. You want to see the buttons that, because it's a working prototype, right? So you want to be sure that it's working, like the things you want to see, the changes that you expect to see, you are seeing it. So as I'm toggling between 7 days and 30 days, I can see that the number of active users is also changing. The user growth is changing, right? The rest do not seem to be probably making as much changes, right? So in your own case, as the product owner, whatever you want this to do for you, that's when you give it feedback, right? So ask more questions like, I would love to see improvement in the feature adoption, for instance. Let me see, 30 days, remove 30 days, 7 days, nothing is changing. So now you want to put prompts that would enable you see the results that you want. We have about 6 minutes left on this call. So in interest of time, Blessing, is it okay to take a little extra 5 minutes just to share some other prompts that I've put up just for everyone to have a feel of this better, of other design options that you can build?
Actually, you can take extra time. I actually I want to see what you guys can build out on the call, right? So they have the
Exactly.
experience of building it out. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, Oluwani Fesimi, fantastic. Thank you for following along with me. What did you build?
I chose to build the SaaS platform.
Okay. Can you share your screen? What do you have? So the SaaS platform, just for context, it's a landing page for a SaaS platform called ShipFast, right? So if you noticed, this one, I made this template a little more straightforward and direct. I like that you chose this one, right? I said, okay, it's just a landing page to gauge interest of early adopters, right? Before we officially release. Who are the users? Is stated there. The specific requirements are stated. The design direction is also stated. Clean, modern, I put the colors, deep purple, white, charcoal, those things that should fit what you want, that aligns with your product build. So Oluwani Fesimi, do you mind sharing your screen and showing us what you have?
Okay, I don't mind, but I actually changed the color.
Great. Fantastic. I love that. Let's see what you came up with.
This. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
This is it.
Fantastic. See, you have your landing page to welcome people who are interested in learning more about your project. Do you know that what you just built as your landing page, Oluwani Fesimi, this is what a year, 2 years ago, before Vibe Coding came, this is what companies would literally spend, like invest so much money in building, so they can have this landing page to even go and raise money they would have spent some time to work on all of this. They would have spent time, they would have spent money. They will use this prototype because this is what you've just built is an MVP, right? It's just a prototype. They will now use this to say they want to probably go and raise money, or they want to use it to, convince their stakeholders that this is what we are trying to build, though. It can work. Look at in this conversation, in less than how many seconds or minutes, in less than 5 minutes, you were able to build what a year ago teams, not just one person, teams would invest thousands of dollars, months to build before they can move along. You see how this tool is not just saving time, also saving money. I'm curious to know how many credits you have left. Please, let's see. And to see how much, I want to know how much credit you spent. Because trust me, if you had written a very vague, you see, you spent 2.5. Trust me, if you had written a very vague prompt to say, build me a landing page or a wait list for my startup, it is called Oluwani Fesimi, you would have spent the same 2.5, but you'd have gone, let's say, to Sokoto when you are trying to go to Abuja. That means you'd have gone in the wrong direction and then your credit is wasting. So you see how you've maximized it to build something that aligns with the vision you had. I would love to see someone else, what else you've built. Did anyone build maybe a personal portfolio? Who else, built? Thank you, Oluwani Fesimi. That's fantastic. And thanks for being brave to show what you've built. Is there anyone else who built something, please? I would love to see that. Is it just Oluwani Fesimi that is following along? Excuse me. Anyone else? Fantastic.
Sorry.
Thank you, Tuluwalashe. Please go for it.
Okay, I'm still building it. It's still coming up.
It's still loading. Okay, fantastic. Is there anyone else? You can use your phone. Oh. I hope you know it's just better on your laptop, to be honest. But I think you should be able to use your phone. I've never tried it with my phone, but I think you should be able to use your phone. So I need us to, please, you paid for this class, so you need to make it count. Okay, is there anyone else? I would need one more person so we can move along. Otherwise, while we're waiting for Toluwalashe, in interest of time, I would share my my Lovable page, right?
Actually, I do not mind sharing my screen. It's just that I'm not sure what I got is exactly.
No, that's fine. Please share it. Please do. Because again, remember, vibe coding is not one awful. It's not a one and done thing. Even for Oluwani Fesimi, what you built, that's just like your first iteration. You still need to iterate to be sure that, hey, what you built is what you want. Like what Oluwani Fesimi built, for instance, this is mine when I built my own. You can see that it even looks different. The feel is different. The vibe, everything is different. Even though we used in quote similar prompts.
Okay. I'm sharing
Okay.
this.
Okay, you're sharing it. Let me stop sharing so it doesn't interfere with yours. Okay, fantastic. Oh, I love this. Look at your own dashboard. In fact, your dashboard probably looks way cleaner than how I did mine. What changes did you make to the prompt? I'll be
I
curious.
don't think just the color. Just I changed that gray color to black for the text. That was all I
Okay.
did. So
Can you, if you guys observe it, notice that one thing that is even happening here is that for different people, just because of a slight change, it's building difference. Now, I like this because I'm like, oh, it designed it in such a way that it's more appealing to my eyes, right? It's collapsed all of the, the categories, right, on a side of the of your web page. So it makes it easy for you to navigate from your overview to your product health to your team velocity to your goals and OKR. The first one I built as well before this one I did also has something similar, right? And in your own case, you had 5 credits before. Look, you have 1.9 credit left, meaning it used much more data because of the quality of work it churned out for you, right?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So the reason why I'm emphasizing on having quality input is so that you can have quality outputs. You can think of anything. I would love to see anyone who's probably building their portfolio. I'm actually going to challenge anyone here to actually build their own portfolio in this challenge. Build your portfolio that you can put on, on social media. You can share with people to show what you can do. Please go for it, Oluwani Fasimi.
Sorry, I wanted to say that I had used Lovable before now to make a portfolio for myself. I never uploaded it because I felt like it's not professional or whatnot. But like I feel I'm still going to use this more advanced knowledge that you just gave us to better the portfolio that I have built before
Yes,
and
that's
see the outcome of it.
fantastic. I love that. And I want you to know that it is possible to have a portfolio that looks great. Let me share one with you. Thank you, Eniola, for sharing yours. Let me share this tab with you. So this is like my projects, past things I've done. And this is just a quick sample to show you guys how these things work. See, this is Real by Maria website. This was the first iteration I did. It came up with this for me. I'm like, nah, this is not what I want. This is not giving me. This is supposed to be my portfolio, right? But I don't want this person showing underneath. It's because of the quality of the prompts. I could have gone ahead to say, um, um, make right the home page plain, right? Make the home page plain with pink accent, and no human image. No human image is vague because the best thing to do is either tell it to be plain or tell you the texture you want. So instead of saying no human image, I'll say, and with, let's say, a bubbly texture. That's what I want. I have to still keep going back and forth to get to where I want to go. This is one. Oh, I'll show you another iteration I made that I got exactly what I wanted. That's the beauty of it. It's vibes, right? Because you have to communicate what you want for it to make those changes and go back and forth. So that was why I mentioned earlier that vibe coding is not a one done prompt thing, right? It's not a just one time and then you've gotten what you're looking for. No. Having a quality input helps you to have a solid foundation. Then you can now make one or two tweaks. In interest of time, I know I'm spent 6 minutes more, so I'll try to wrap up within 5 minutes so that we can have the rest of our evenings. Can you say that when I said make the home page plain with pink accent and with a bubbly texture, now it has changed it entirely? I said bubbly. What does bubbly even mean? Did you see? Because it was just there, it gave me something as basic can get. Right. So see what happened here. Now let me go to another iteration I've done in interest of time so we can see. Please, are we together? Are we following? Great, great. Let me show you this one I built. This is the closest. I named it iteration 3. This gives me what I envisioned as the product manager for this page, for this portfolio I'm building. And by the way, this is a live portfolio that I'm building for myself. I'm halfway done. This is closer to what I want for my own page. And I have my reasons because I just want the emphasis, the arrow to section to show properly. I'll still make it bigger, right? I'll have to communicate that to it. And here, this is where visual edits come in. Here, I clicked on visual edits. If you want to, edit directly on the page, you can actually come to visual edits and actually make that change directly. I can say momentum. Like you can actually see I'm typing anything, it's working. It's literally what you want. So you can even make those edits directly. Okay, but I'm going to leave it at this. I know we have the 10-day challenge, so we'll be able to continue to converse. I'll be able to see what you're building. I'll be able to give you like feedback to improve on it, right? It has like a portfolio that shows like, okay, past works in there, testimonials following my journey. This is still a work in progress for me, right? But having this, it's enough foundation for what I personally am trying to build. So that is where I want you guys to start from. I don't want you to make the mistakes I made when I started vibe coding in the past. I want you to start from an elevated point such that the quality of what you're building is clean, and then you can just build on it to get closer to where you're going to. Right. So is there anyone else who made an attempt to build anything and they want to share with us before we move along? Blessing. Okay, Tula. Yes, please go for it.
Okay, I wanted to say, can you share the prompts with them in the group so that as many that didn't join the session with their laptop can play around with it before tomorrow's class as well?
Yes, I put the link on the chat already. I put prompts for practice. So these are just sample prompts that you can use to practice. And I also put like a template. So you can use this one to create your own prompts. This is just a template.
All right. Okay, I'll share it to the WhatsApp group then.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. In fact, this is actually the playbook I created. That I'll put it on the chat as well. For those who are here right now. So you can use this to, refresh what we've learned today. I talked about what vibe coding is, the 3 levels to your prompting and a framework for this. And I also post resources. I'll keep updating it, over time as I begin to see how you're responding. If I see areas that needs to, improve, I would also add that. So I already created that as a resource, so that we can all test. So in interest of time, this will be this class activity that we've attempted. I think I'll just convert it to an assignment, right? I'll convert it to an assignment. What we attempted in class was this first session to say, select any of the prompts to create your prototype, refine it till it matches your vision. The next level to it is that prompt, you want to convert it to a PRD. You can use ChatGPT or Claude to do that, honestly. And then recreate that same prototype and compare the results you get. That's what would have been our, exercise like till the end, but that's going to be an assignment, and I would really love to engage with you guys on the chat to see what you build with it. So before we wrap up, does anyone have a question? I think Eniola's hand was also raised. Could you speak, please? Okay, you don't understand the assignment. Okay. This is the assignment. The link that I shared before that had those prompts, pick any of them and create a prototype. Edit it to suit yourself and create a prototype. So this is it. You come to prompts for practice. You can pick any of these examples edit it to suit yourself. I don't like people doing direct copy and paste, so that we can see what's working and what's not working. Edit it to suit yourself and create your own prototype. Refine it till you get what you're looking for. If you don't like any of these examples, you have the flexibility to even use this template here to build whatever you want. Is it clear? Fantastic. Fantastic. So what I said was do that. Once you're done with that, you can go to session 2. We can pick that on the WhatsApp chat so that I'm not bombarding you with too much work. But for those who have done section 1 in class, they can go ahead to do section 2. So it's similar. You're just going to use it to have an advanced result. Any other question, please? Please go for it.
Okay, is there a way to get more credits if the free credits gets exhausted? Because I've exhausted mine.
I know. So 2 things, 2 ways to get credit. Either you buy or you wait till the next day to get another free 5 credits. I don't know if they give 5 credits or 10 credits in Nigeria every day. But yeah, they give, I don't even know what it is. But it can be nice to say that, you know what, if I see, I don't want to make any promises here, but I'll speak with blessing, and I would really love to gift somebody like a Lovable gift card, right? To give you maybe like a subscription or something. I think that would be my own gift. I'll discuss with blessing on what that would be. Okay, yeah, so they give us 5 daily credits. Right. So my gifts for, the most performing, however we decide the rubric will be to give the person a gift card for what they can continue to build for the next month. Right. So 2 ways. Is it that you pay or you wait till the next day? Right. So that's why you see that this 10-day challenge, you want to maximize. You want to spend, let's say, a day. Write your prompt, sharpen it. You and ChatGPT, you go and sit down, write your PRD, sharpen your prompt so that once you have your 5 credits, you build sharply. Okay. So that's honestly what I can advise. Either you have to do it every day or you just subscribe. And if you can, I'm sure, I don't know how much it is in Nigeria because I know some of these things are priced differently. You can do a subscription as well. That may be better for you to practice for 1 month. Yeah, those are like the 2 ways. Okay. So before we wrap up, let's have a quick vibe check. Can we scan the barcode, please? Please scan the barcode. Is it still showing? Oopsie. Please scan the barcode. Please scan the barcode. Let's have a quick vibe check as we wrap up. I'm also going to scan from my end. The code is on the chat. Okay. Quick vibe check. Let me go back to presenting. We're wrapping up already. So now, how confident do you feel vibe coding on your own? Let's be honest. Has this been useful to you in any way? Do you feel confident? Are you still unsure? It's okay, honestly. And it's really, this information is helpful so that during this 10-day challenge, I can handhold you and help you where you need help. As much as you open up to learn, I'm willing to spend time with you, get on a call with you to walk you through. It's not displaying on your end. Do you mind scanning this barcode? Do you want to try again? Do you want to try again? This is the barcode and the code 26707763. We have 3 people who have responded. I need at least 5 before I move on. Okay, we have 9 people, so I need at least 5 or 6 because we have 9. Okay, 1 more person, and then we'll move on. One more person. Who is gonna be that person to let us move along? Okay, I love this response. Still unsure. Whoever you are, please, on the chat, let me know who you are, so that let me know why you're still unsure, so that we can, I can see how to help you here. Okay, good. So let's move to the next slide. Okay. One word to describe how you feel about this session. How do you feel? Do you feel more confident? Do you feel less confident? Do you feel curious? Whatever the word is. I think this was me putting good when I was testing this out to be sure. So let me know how you feel after this session. I need at least 5 to 6 responses so we can wrap this up real quick. Excited and curious. I love that. I love that. And we have the 10-day challenge to get you even more excited and to maximize this. Somebody else feels more confident. I love that. I love that. Who else? Please be honest. Okay, confidence and curious. Okay, fantastic. Please be honest. This is to be able to see how we can, do better, improve, and make sure you get, solid here. Anyone else, please? Okay, very curious. Okay, so curiosity is the word here. Okay, I see curious showing up. It's an eye opener. Okay, I love that. Please, I would love to hear from our friend here that Blessing introduced. Okay, still unable to link up with Lovable. Okay, we can pick that up on the WhatsApp chat. It's an eye opener, more confident and curious, excited and curious. It's an eye opener. I like that this has been eye opening for you. I like that you feel more confident. And then we have the next 10 days to walk this through together to get you to even go from confident and curious to more confident as well. Okay, so that ends the presentation. Blessing, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'd love to stay in touch with you. Blessing will probably share the slides, but the free Notion template, I already shared that on the group. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and we're all together on WhatsApp as well. So we can definitely walk through the next 10 days together. So thank you so much for your time. I hope this has been useful to you, and I'll see you on the chat. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Maria of the Good Life. Thank you, Adela, for this wonderful session. I believe we've all gotten value, right? Play around with what you've learned today. We have 10 days ahead to build as much as we can, right? And prepare yourself ahead for tomorrow's session. Yeah. Do we have questions? I think we can give room to question. Any question from anyone before we call it a day? Questions. All right, Daniela.
Right, so I just wanted to ask that if I'm making adjustments on my prompt now, is it going to reduce my what's it called? Is it going to reduce credits? Yes.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And that's why I advise for you to just make sure that whatever adjustment you're making, it's sharp, right? It's sharp. It's what exactly you want. If not, it reduces your credit. And I don't want you to be scared of reducing your credit. That's how it works. It's just like airtime. You're making a phone call, your credit is reducing, right? So you want to make sure every time you make that call, you're making the right calls. That's it. Yeah. Your credit reduces every time.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
All right, do very clear, sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much for the class. You've really shared a lot today, deep things that we didn't know before, or even some of us who do know, but wasn't like to the extent that we've known tonight. Thank you so much. So my question is this. I want to understand how this credit thing works. Is it per prompt that is reduced? Is it per prompt? That's one. Two, um, is this process now the same with other tools, or it is like tool specific? As in what you are able to do, like what you did tonight with Lovable. Is it like the same procedure with other tools like Vercel, Replit, and the rest of them?
Okay,
Thank you.
really good questions. Okay, so for the first question, about the credits, yes, it's as you prompt, as you interact with it. So far there's an exchange on Lovable, there is going to be that credit is what is spent for that. In case you don't know, even for Claude, for instance, there's an, even if you're on a pro plan, there's a level of conversation you get to. It will tell you that you've reached your limit for that plan you're on, and that you should reset after XYZ hours or at a particular time. That's how this works, right? So for other tools have things unique to them. For Cursor, for instance, I know that I literally had to create a plan, right? So I could keep using it. I'm not sure if it works on credits, but I was on a plan, so that was why I was able to use it, right? And to the question on the mindset, or like, okay, how other tools work, I think one thing I tried to communicate, and also with this playbook I shared with you, is the framework is pretty much the same. With AI, the quality of whatever prompt you give determines the quality of what you get back. You don't have to always use the same template I shared, but the main thing I want you to know is that the quality of what you put in is the quality of what you get back. So you need to just learn to refine your prompting skills to get the best outputs. This same prompts that you put on Lovable, for the website I'm building, the Real by Marie, so I put the same prompt on Claude and the results were absolutely different. So you need to keep refining to be as sharp as possible on your prompt skills to get you the best results. I think Blessing can also contribute to that because she uses other tools as well. Does that answer your question? Okay, great. Thanks for the feedback. I would love for you to go through this playbook I shared, watch the video, read the Substack resource that I shared there. To really open your mind even more to see these things I've shared with you. Thank you. Okay, any other question, please?
All right. I would specifically ask, what's my boy's name again? Jola Michael Jr. Are you here? How was the session for you? Moyodoa? Okay, share with us. How was the session for you? Were you able to learn something today?
Good evening, everyone. Yes, ma, it was a great eye-opener.
Oh, nice. So I wanted to play around with it, right? I'm going to share the prompt to the WhatsApp group. So try and build something out and share with us by tomorrow. Will you try it?
Okay. Yes, ma.
All right, nice. Very nice. That's amazing. Okay. In the absence of no other question, I look forward to tomorrow's session. Please practice before tomorrow. Okay, we have another question. Okay, Tulu, let's have it.
Okay, thank you for the session, Adiola. So I just wanted to explain how we can get comprehensive prompts. Do we make use of Chat GPT and all, or are there ways to go about getting prompts that would give best results?
Yes, so okay, so let me just go back to that part of the slide on how you can give the best prompt. So you see, one thing with giving the best prompt is context is key, right? These are few ways. This is like an intentional prompt formula, for instance. When you want to give a prompt, especially on Lovable, with the constraints we have right on credit, you want to make sure you're giving it context. You want to make sure you mention who your user is, specific requirements that you want. I'm using a website again as an example because a website is common to everybody. On a website, you want to see about, contact me. If it's your portfolio, you want to see your resume. So you want to list all those major things that you want on that product there. Give it a design direction. What vibe are you looking for? What color? What references? In fact, another thing you can even do to save yourself time is you can look for a particular website that looks like what you're trying to build and also add it in your prompts that, oh, I want to build an interview solution similar to this, and you put that as a reference. That can help you in building your prompts, right? But this is just like a formula you can use, that you can use to build that. At the end of the day, prompt engineering or writing the best prompts is a matter of putting all the right context and information in place. Do you get? It's not a one size fits all. But if you consider all these considerations that I put in this formula, I'm sure you get the quality work. I'm sure you get a quality work. And that's why I also gave a bit of example here. I gave this example so you can play with this. These are just examples. You can use these templates too that I designed. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can play with it. So for your 10 days, you can decide, okay, day one, I'll use ChatGPT to write this. Day two, I'll use Claude to write this, and compare the results as well and see, what you get out of it. But again, just remember the rule of thumb. The more quality I put in, the better I get. Garbage in, garbage out. Does that help? Okay, great. I would have loved to take a picture with everybody because I like taking pictures. I like turning on my videos when I'm on calls. I like to see the people I'm talking to. But since everybody's video is off now, I don't know if that's a request that is possible, but that's totally fine. Is there any other question? Okay, cool. In absence of none, we'll continue our conversation on the WhatsApp group.
All right. Thank you so much, Adiola. I was supposed to be seeing reactions. Yes, it was a wonderful session. Thank you. All right, so we'll call it a day here. See you all tomorrow. Don't forget, a good prompt can never go wrong, right? If you can prompt right, you get the best results. So you have to learn how to refine your prompting skills. We'll learn more tomorrow, right? We'll learn more tomorrow. We'll learn how from discovery to deployment. So it's going to be a wild range of learning. So just come with your laptop. Please turn on. When you're joining the call, join with your laptop. It's a practical session, right? You saw the few persons who joined, they were able to experiment it out and they have their first feeling of how it is to build with Lovable, right? And the more you practice, the more you get better at it, right? So yeah, see you all tomorrow by 7 p.m. again. Have a lovely weekend. Bye, everyone.